Hello, Ignite Nation. This is Jerald Cosey, your leadership lion, and I'm here today with our first inaugural podcast interviewing Lope Bernarte and Laura Roberts. Welcome, Lope and Laura. So let's start this with you, Laura. Your building just recently won the Lion Award for the most improved census. As a newer GM at Rainbow, how does this make you and your team feel?
Great, honestly. Anytime we have been able to achieve one of the Lion Awards, I think the entire team gets to celebrate. It comes from the admissions department primarily, but we all know that it takes nursing, it takes social services, therapy, everybody to keep guests happy, to keep guests safe, to keep them in-house so we don't have to send them out to the hospital. So we really, truly get to celebrate all together.
Thanks, Laura. You shared something very important there. You stated it was a team effort. What we want every Lion out there to know is that whatever your role, you play a part in our success. It's very clear. So congratulations to you and your team. And Lope, you won a Lion Award last week for Best Clinical. How did that make you feel as a leader within the organization?
Feel great. It's a team effort from the time the person comes in, the time a guest comes in the facility up to discharge. You can see their progress. The award sets as an inspiration for everybody, from our auxiliary members up to the leadership team.
Lope, you and your team recently achieved efficiency-free annual survey. That has eluded me my entire career. How and what did you all do in order to put yourself in a position to demonstrate excellence during your annual survey?
Well, Jerald, it's a lot of auditing, a lot of connecting with the patients and your staff member, a lot of communication. In that way, it brings that holistic approach to everybody. Everybody gets informed on the basic expectation and what are the things needed for the patient to reach his or her own next level of care.
Awesome. Lion Nation, every day, one of our communities has the possibility of a visit from a state surveyor. What I want you all to know, it's not normal to have people come into your house looking under every nook and cranny. But we take pride in being able to demonstrate excellence whenever our surveyors come in. Survey management is critical, and it sounds like you all managed that survey to the best of your ability. Congratulations again, Lope, to you and your team. Laura, to you. You are one of our newer general managers at Rainbow, and you participated in our Lion in Training program. How does it make you feel to advance your career within our organization?
So I've been in healthcare about 14, 15 years. And up until becoming an administrator, I have been a social worker. And I've worked with two companies prior to Ignite, and both of which discussed being an administrator. And it just never felt like the right fit. And so I was with Ignite since 2019 when the opportunity presented itself. In 2022, I felt like it was right. I felt like Ignite was the right company to, advance. I felt like the supports were there in place. And we were really the inaugural class of the Lion in Training. So it was mainly myself and two other folks. I think the program was, getting a lot of kinks worked out. And in the kind of midst of that program, I was called to be a temporary administrator at one of our newer acquisitions in Illinois. And so I've kind of had a pretty wild ride since getting into the Lion in Training program. But it's been extremely beneficial and rewarding. And it's really carried me on after I've been an administrator. I feel very strongly about growing our own. And that's been my perspective even before, getting into this level of leadership. I think it's super important to recognize talent, provide them the resources, that they can then utilize to grow, to have their own personal and professional growth.
Oh, that's so important. We want every lion within the organization to understand very clearly, you can serve here, you can earn here, and you can advance your career here. Every opportunity that we have to advance our skill set, we should take advantage of so that we can continually grow and continually advance and convert our skill set into income for our families and convert our skill set into outcomes for our facilities. Lope, walk us through your journey. Let's share with Lion Nation.
I've been a nurse for 24 years now. I've been working for Ignite for 5 years. Practically started as a floor nurse, knowing rules, regulations, starting from the very bottom, and making sure that you know what's going on, follow the regulations that we have.
Based upon your experience, give me a couple of reasons why you really love working here at Ignite and what separates us from the average.
I think with Ignite, it gives you a sense of identity, a sense of having a clear goal, a sense of reaching for that goal as well. So it gives you something to strive for. Ignite is different because more engagement with the employees, more engagement with the family member. I have not seen a skilled nursing facility offer the kind of product. By product, I mean customer service, treating the patient as a family, as a holistic person, from the time that the person comes in up to the time the person discharged, and even after the discharge process, you can see patients coming back here just to say hello, and that makes a lot of difference.
Like Lope said, I think that there's a lot of things that make Ignite different from a lot of companies. One is very much the customer service. I've never seen a company that has invested in a director of hospitality at every building, whose sole job is to make sure that the guests and the families and everybody feels happy and excited to be there. I think that skilled nursing as a profession has, maybe not as a whole, has the greatest reputation for being innovative. And so one thing that really intrigued me about Ignite is that their goal is to kind of push the norm, push outside of the box, and gives us a lot of autonomy as leaders to be creative and to really achieve your goals in the best way that fits for your community, your team, and your guests.
Awesome. And outside of the box is something that I'm learning very quickly. We are innovative. So we're looking at two leaders, Ignite family. We're looking at a general manager and a CNO. And what is unique and outside of the box here at Ignite is that we have our LIT program, the Lion in Training, and we have our CNO IT program. And both of them are geared to help our professionals within the organization be introduced to leadership. More importantly, introduced to leadership within Ignite. Laura, you played part in that LIT class. Did you find it extremely beneficial to your growth and your development?
I did. Again, working in healthcare for a while, you get this kind of attitude, like you know what to expect. However, it gave me a really unique opportunity to not only talk with a lot of leaders within Ignite about how they see the role as a general manager and how to be an effective leader, but you also get to talk with other general managers about how they choose and how they are successful to lead their building and their team. And then, of course, you learn a lot of the more logistical, like the regulatory, the financial, all of those things are, incorporated in the learning process as well.
Absolutely. So Lions out there, if you desire to participate in the LIT or CNO IT program, I suggest you speak with your CNO, you speak with your general manager, I suggest that you take advantage of every opportunity you have to grow and to develop your skill set. One of the things I do outside of Ignite is I'm a speaker, and I speak specifically in senior healthcare. And when I'm speaking to leaders like our Lions, I'm saying, you think of yourself as a micro brand within our macro. And how do you develop your skill set that you can leverage to make our organization great, and that you can leverage in order to make your personal lives outstanding? And it comes down to taking advantage of every opportunity you have. I think CEO means change, excels, opportunity. And I want to make sure that all of our Lions know that one of the best assets we have is our ability to be strategic, to think outside the box, and to create programs that you all can take advantage of. What we want you all to know before I ask any final comments from our two leaders, what we want you to know is that there's nothing more honorable than placing the needs of someone else before your very own. And what you all do on a regular basis is tremendous. And we know it takes a lot of effort. So as the newest member to Ignite from this panel, I want to say I'm thrilled to be here. And I can't wait to learn more about the culture, to learn more about each and every one of you. Lope, do you have any final words that you'd like to share with Lion Nation?
Yes, of course. Always believe in yourself. You are the best. Always believe in your team. Your team will always be there to support you.
Awesome. Thank you, Lope. And Laura, if you wouldn't mind, what would you like to share with our Lions?
I talk to my team a lot about, taking care of each other and taking care of the guests as well, but looking for opportunities to be positive and to make someone's day a little bit better.
Just remember, Lions, we control what we present. We control how we show up in IDT meetings. We control how we show up at stand down. We control how we show up in front of our guests and their family members. Thank you to our guests, Lope and Laura, for participating today. I really do appreciate it. Next week, we're going to have another interview in the next couple weeks, I should say, with Rachel Finn. She's an MDS at Katie. And so we're excited to interview her. We're excited to interview more and more Lions within our organization. We encourage everyone to have a great week. FYI, we are going to change the name of the podcast from Ignite the Way to Ignite the Flame. So as we move into this week, I ask you and encourage you to continue igniting the flame, keep bringing the heat, and let's have some fun advancing senior healthcare like no one else can. Let's have a great day, everybody.